I see you. Good morning. I've been waiting to start this chat. It's been 2 weeks since I've had a live chat, and I'm excited to see you here, Carol. So, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far. I heard my cat jump off the cabinet in the kitchen. Here she is. Come here, baby doll. Come on. Come on. I don't know if y'all, I don't know if you can see her or not. There she is. That little Bodie. Hey, can you say hi to the people? Hi to the people. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Hi, Nelda. Good morning to you. Good morning, Carol. Hey, Rachel. Good morning. I'm happy to see you here. I'm happy to see all of y'all. What a shame. Hi, Linda. Good morning, North Carolina. I got my Texas flag up today. No, United States flag today. I'll tell you why in a minute. Good morning, Rambling Rose. I'm glad to see you. See my little Bodie over here? That's little Bodie, aka Pumpkinhead, the person that types on my keyboard all the time. Hey, Grace. Good morning. Welcome to our live chat. I'm glad to see you too, Rachel. How are your boys doing? I hope well. I think about you a lot. I think about all my lovely people who need prayers ever so often. We all do. Good morning, Connie. Good to see you today. We've got 14 in here. I think it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a hot day. Morning, Jackie. Hello. Hello to you from across the pond. Um, it's 84 right now, but it's going to be over 100 today. So I don't need to be outside. I certainly do not. Have you ladies been waiting out in the waiting room? Good, Jackie. Great. Great, Rachel. That's wonderful to hear. Good morning, Diana. I haven't seen you in a while, girl. Bodie, get off. Good morning, Cindy. Girl, you asked me about your a new video you had yesterday, and I went there and looked. I can't find it to save my life. If you will put your link in the group, because I'm not the only one. Hi, Peggy. Good morning. Good morning, Norma. Good to see you. Your first time here. I did not know that, Norma. Morning, Betty. Oh gosh, I'm glad to see y'all. We have 21 already. We've got 7 likes. Thank you so much. That's very important. No, Jackie, no. And I'll tell you why. It's been over 100 degrees every day here. And that ground over there is hard as a rock. because Brian tried to dig up some monkey grass to plant by his pond the other day, and he was huffing and puffing. This coming week, we're supposed to have some rain. If we do, it'll soften the ground to where he can drive those posts down in the ground. Hey, Chris, good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. So I can't ask him to get out there and work in that heat like that. What do you mean you're out of commission? Are you hurt, Diana? So I can't ask him to do that. So if it rains this coming week, hopefully it will. It's only a 40% chance, but it's a 60% it won't. Get off, Bodie. Get off. I'm having troubles with the cat. You need to go, girl. You need to go. Go on. There's a lot to see in this house. Go look at it. Good morning, Becky. I'm fencing that backyard out there that's next to my little storeroom because that's off limits to the rental property. Yeah, Norma. Yeah, Norma, you will enjoy. We're an awesome community here, and everybody loves one another, and everybody's kind and good and happy, and somebody's going to get an ad. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to get rid of a cat. I can't. Oh, I hit her with an envelope. She didn't know what I was doing. All right, Diana. You fell and fractured your pelvis in 2 places. Oh, Diana, I'm so sorry. I think as we get older, good morning, Kathy, good to see you. As we get older, that's one of our biggest fears, isn't it? That we're going to fall. Because y'all, I've been thinking about that too. You know how I get up on ladders and balance on chairs and stuff like that? If I fell and broke something, I'm up a creek, because Grace, you get that new phone, girl, and I hope you do. Jackie, I have osteoporosis, and I act like I don't. I'm kind of one of these things, people that think out of sight, out of mind. If I don't actually see something, it doesn't exist. That's pretty much how I get by day to day, just pretending it's not there. But I do have to be very, very careful. And I do stupid things. I do. I balance on tables and climb ladders that I shouldn't. But y'all, you know why? It's because in our brain, we're young, we're fit, we're strong. Never mind about the body, not agreeing with that. So, oh, I see, Jackie. I see. Well, Diana, I'm really sorry to hear that. You can't take care of your kitties. What are you going to do about that? Me too, Cindy. Me too. Just like working next door, y'all know that I have worked so hard. I have. And I work sometimes where I drag myself home, and I think I'm just going to fall in my chair and not be able to get up anymore because I am so darn tired. And I hire out. Wow, Debbie, excellent. That's great. Good morning to you, by the way. I'm glad you're here. I hire out what I can afford and what I cannot do my own self. But the rest, if I think I can do it, I'm going to at least attempt it because I don't have a choice. Just like Cindy said, I don't have a choice. It's things that I have to do. And sadly, that's the way it is. We all have things in our homes or on our property that we need to take care of. And every day I see something else. Oh, I need to trim that bush, or I need to. Jackie, yes, actually. Now, the bottom number uh, is not up to snuff, but at least I'm not 200 plus over 100 plus. Oh, that's good, Diane. I'm glad you had some help. If I was there, I would help you. I would help you for sure. Bodie, get down, baby. You're going to make me get up and get you down. I'm going to have to get her down. Okay, down. Down, down, down. Get down. Get down. Don't make me chase you. Don't make me chase you around the table. Get down. She ran round and round the table and I had to chase her. Well, I don't know about that, Jackie, but I tell you, yes, she does, Jackie. She heard that y'all were wonderful. I told her. Ah, Diana. Yes, dear, I know it is. I am so sorry to hear that. New York, the Statue of Liberty in the middle. That's a Temu shirt. And it's so comfortable, y'all. I mean, it is comfortable. It's a really soft, well, where's that hair? I see hair. Okay. It's a really soft material and it's kind of stretchy, you know. Thank you. I love it. I've got a hair that I can't, I'm backward on this thing. There it is. Okay, got rid of it. No, it won't ever grow. Jackie. Thank you. Thank you. So, anyway, Brian's coming this evening and he's going to put my new locks on, y'all. My new lock on my door. He was going to do it yesterday and he was going to do it the day before that. And he was going to do it the day before that. But he's got things in his life that he has to do too, you know? Thank you, Carol. So this one, oh, you're going to see him, Connie. I'm going to show you. Yeah, I was tickled to death. So anyway, this lock is one where you can use a key, you can use the code, you can use a fingerprint, and I can put an app on my phone. And as long as I have my phone with me, I can unlock my house. Isn't that cool? I can also put, however this works, on Brian's phone, and he can unlock my house remotely. Y'all, that's fantastic. Think about that. Yeah, that's what he told me. He does have one, Jackie. And he said, I needed to get one of those. And I said, no, y'all, no, I don't. I don't want that. But let's just say I'm locked out somewhere and I'm able to call Brian on the phone. And I say I'm locked out of my house and he can take his phone and get me in my house. How about that? I'm fixing to sneeze. I know I am. I forgot to take my allergy, my Benadryl this morning. They are too, Jackie. They are exciting. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Rachel. You're a sweetheart. Y'all are all sweethearts. Okay, I will show you. Okay, first of all, well, LL Jean isn't here. I was wanting LL Jean to be here. I was hoping because I got a note from LL Jean and I wanted to read it to you. I'll wait a little bit on that and see if she comes in. I know, Peggy. Isn't that wonderful? Think of all those ways now that I won't be locked out anymore. He said, I'm going to put a stop to that. Okay, Jackie's stuff came in this bag. Look, it's got a crown on it, and it says Buckingham Palace. I loved it when one day Jackie said, I popped in to Buckingham Palace. I popped in to Buckingham Palace. Can you imagine popping in to Buckingham Palace? To me, that's fantastic. Okay, it came in this bag. She's got all this stuff in here. And let me show you. I was so tickled, I thought I was going to scream. Okay, first of all, look at tea towels, y'all. Tea towels with Buckingham Palace on it. Aren't they gorgeous? You know, Jackie, I love them, but I'm going to put them and display them and not use them. Can't do it. Can't do it. Just like I can't spend that money over there because it's got Buckingham Palace on it. So this is going to be a display for me because I happen to love that. And I don't want to ruin that. Oh my gosh, Diane. Y'all, Love Field, for those who don't know, is an airport in Dallas, one of the airports in Dallas. And she was on her way to a vacation, she and her husband. And there she is stuck at Love Field, fire alarm, and they made people evacuate the terminal. Good grief. I hope that trip gets better for you, Diane. I really do, because you started off not so hot. And I hope the rest of it, she's at Love Field Terminal chatting in a YouTube chat room. That's hilarious. Well, they won't take off if they don't have anybody on the plane. And it sounds like to me everybody had to get out of the terminal. So there's nobody to get on the plane. It sure is. Poor Diane. Okay, there's more. There's more. I don't know what to show you. There's so much. LA. Hello, it's good to see you. I'm glad you got to come in. Yeah, stay safe, Diane, and we miss you. Wish you were here. Look at this beautiful book. I'm going to have a whole display, y'all. Jackie, if it's from Buckingham Palace or from London, it'll never be tacky. Never, never, never. You're talking to somebody who absolutely adores everything about your country. Okay, this is, Buckingham Palace. Look, here's a, what do they call those? Blueprint. First floor, second floor. Isn't that cool? Okay, this book has a whole bunch of stuff in it. Beautiful things. Look at the beautiful things, y'all. Look at that room. Isn't that gorgeous? Little England. Yeah, Carol. Little England in East Texas. I know people think I'm crazy because, I'm just hung up on England and all their beautiful things. Oh, I see, that's Camilla and there's King Charles. See what's crazy when you can. I've lost my mind, y'all, because I can pick out people from the back of them and not even see their front. I did that for a reason, Jackie. Look at their garden parties, y'all. Can you imagine having a garden party like that? I'm not going to go through the whole book with y'all, but occasionally, I will show things. Let's see. Ooh, that's a dinner. State entertaining in the ballroom, and there's the queen right there. Okay, I won't show you any more of that because that's a lot to see, but every so often I'll show some of it. She went to a garden party. I wouldn't have anything to wear, Jackie. I don't think they would appreciate my. I do have a Queen t-shirt, but it's a different kind of Queen. It's Freddie Mercury. Oh, cool. Put that aside. Now, what else? What else? What else? And here's this was a little package. It had something in it, but it's the Union Jack. Look, y'all. It's a keychain. Here's one of the Queen's guards on the chain. Here's one of those double-decker buses on the chain. And this is the bridge. London Bridge is falling down. Oh, here's Big Ben. Love it, love it, love it, love it. This is a refrigerator magnet, and it's has all these beautiful things that we recognize when we see these. Don't you know it, Connie? Listen, I got this package and I'm like, oh my gosh. I opened it right at the post office. I couldn't wait to get in the car. How nice, Carol. Now, she also had a card. Let me see what that's about. Oh, I've already read it. Yes, 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 yes. She calls these a note. Let me show you. And I was telling Brian about this. I know, Diana. Isn't that fantastic? Look how now, Jackie, I'm going to ask you a question. Does all your money look like this? Or is this kind of a novelty? Because look, see these? This is a little window. See my hand back there behind it? And there's one here too. Look at that little window right down here. And see, you see my finger behind that? They're open. I mean, boy, is that a good way to ensure that your money isn't printed out on somebody's printer because they got little windows in them. And that's what I was wondering, if every single one of these kind of money thingies that y'all use this fancy? Because that's fancy. I don't know, Connie. It's a 20, I guess 20 pounds. No, all the new notes are like that. Now, old ones were paper. Yeah, I know, Cindy. Isn't that amazing? KR, no, hi, how are you? Thank you for coming. I did not watch the Olympics this year. I didn't have time. I really didn't. Each denomination has a different color. Y'all, they make all of their money this fancy, that beautiful. Isn't that something? Doesn't that just figure? How much is a 20 in US dollars, Jackie? Our notes are what you call notes. Ours aren't. Oh, you don't know. Okay. Ours aren't near this fancy. Not even close, are they, y'all? We got plain old paper money. No fancy windows inside. So that's my gift from Jackie from over across the way. I even kept the package it came in, y'all. I just got so excited. I really did, Jackie. You're just amazing. 20 25.89. So $25.89. No, $25 is buy a coffee pot with that, Jackie. Couldn't we, y'all? I'm gonna put my new stuff. It is beautiful. I'm gonna put my new stuff. I need to make a shelf across here so that I can put all my British stuff here. It's beautiful, but that's $25. Enough for a coffee. No, it's enough for me to pretty much buy coffee for everybody in here. Wouldn't it though, Connie? Huh. That's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful money. That just figures, doesn't it? Everything about them is beautiful. $25 is an awful lot of money, y'all. Isn't that weird? I mean, we would have to have a 20 and a $5 bill and then 89 cents. No, LA, not yet. I'm onto the floors now, but I did that nasty bathtub, y'all. I got it done. It looks gorgeous. I don't know how long it'll last. Good morning, Roxanne, at home in AZ, y'all. Roxanne in the house. Yeah, Connie. Because I found a box of the old tile. Hi, Sharon. Nice for you to come in. And I was able to pry up the ruined tiles and replace them with clean new tiles. And I don't have that much work to do when I do it that way. So that's why I did it. So now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with all those tiles. I'm thinking eventually, one of these days, if I ever get feeling better, I might try to empty everything out of my kitchen. It's got that old red carpet in there, y'all. I hate it. That old carpet that came with the building. Well, now, LA, yours are going to last a long time, though, because you did that. No, I do it by hand, Jackie. Down on my hands and knees. That's how I do it. I've always done it that way. It's kind of crazy, but that's what I do. But anyway, I'm hoping maybe I can take out the um, that old red carpet that's in the kitchen. I'll have to move the refrigerator and move the stove. And y'all know how much stuff I've got in that kitchen. Good grief. But I think I might use them in there if I ever get around to it, if I ever finish next door over there and get some income from it. Right now, it's a drain. I mean, it's just draining me down, but hopefully I will get to rent it soon. I hope so. But I have the floors to do and to wax them and clean them really well and just get my stuff out of there, y'all. All my tools and my paint and get it in my storeroom out there. I'm good to go. Although I do want to get the yard cleaned up, like get my fence up and get the patio cleaned up and do some underpinning there. I did, Jackie. I got it done. Good morning, Darlene. I'm glad to see you. Hope you're feeling well today. Glad you could come in. So, y'all, I got also something, and I wanted to wait till she was here, but I don't guess LL Jean's got to come in today. Yes, we are, Carol. Oh, let me do that. My flag. So, y'all know that I have oh gosh, Becky. That's horrible. Bless your heart. I don't know how lucky I am because I am lucky that I can get down, yes, and get back up, but it certainly takes me some effort to do. So I had a lady leave a comment. Oh, I'm sorry, Darlene. Bless your heart. I know it. I know. Um, I don't know personally, but I know from others who have gone through that. I don't ever want to put myself in the same position as knowing what you know because you know a heck of a lot more than I do. So, got an ad coming up, y'all. Anyway, she said, "Why are you flying that Union Jack? Aren't you an American?" Yeah, I am. I'm an American and I'm free to fly what I want to. That's what I want to do. If I want to fly Union Jack, I'll fly the Union Jack. But I've got a Texas flag up and I've got an American flag up and I have the Union Jack up. And lady, that's because I'm free and I can fly what I want. So I put up my American flag today for this lady, and then I'm going to take it back down and put it somewhere else. But I've got an American flag outside. So I love my Union Jack. I love my Texas flag. I love my American flag, and I am a patriot. And I love my country. So there, I do what I want to when it comes to that. So I've still got some yard work to do over there, and but I'm getting excited. And I got all my legal documents printed out and all that kind of stuff. I need to do that and get them in a file because I'll need them. And I don't want to have to do last minute stuff. Have you been watching ads? Well, I was explaining why I have the flag up. But thank you for watching them. There's LL Jean. Good morning. Yes, I have. I've gotten better. There she is. We've been waiting on you. Good morning, Susan. Yes, you're right, Joy. And besides that, like I said, it's a free country. We can do what we want. Okay, so here's Ella Jean, and let me tell you this, Ella Jean. You missed what I was doing with the gifts I got from Jackie that came from the Buckingham Palace. So you have to go back and look because I had got some beautiful things from her. Is that right, Carol? That's interesting. Thank you, Connie. Thank you very much. Ella Jean is here. We've been waiting on you, girl. Hi, Carolyn. Been in bed for a month. Oh, Carolyn. I just, I hate when y'all are hurt or not well or not feeling good or whatever. I hate that because we know how young we feel in our heart. Yes, LL Jean, please do. Now, okay, I got something I want to read, and it's from LL Jean, and she gave me permission to read it. And if y'all will indulge me, I would like to do that. And it's long, so bear with me. What's that? Let me see what this is. Okay. All right. Now it's sad. Sad. A Simple Message from Your Pet by Ken Conover. To have loved and then said farewell is better to have never loved at all. For all the times that you stooped and touched my head, fed me my favorite treat, and returned the love that I so unconditionally gave to you, for the care that you gave to me so unselfishly. For all of those things, I am grateful and thankful. I ask that you grieve not for the loss, but rejoice for the fact that we lived, loved, and touched each other's lives. My life was fuller because you were there, not as an owner, but as my friend. Today I am as I was in my youth. The grass is always green, butterflies flit among the flowers, and the sun shines gently down upon all of God's creations. I can run, jump, and play, and do all the things I did in my youth. There is not sickness, no aching joints, no regrets, and no aging. We await the arrival of our lifelong companions and know that togetherness is forever. You live in our hearts as we do in yours. Companions such as you are very rare and unique. Don't hold the love you have had within yourself. Give it to another like me, and then I will live forever. For love never really dies, and you are loved and missed as surely as we are. Your pet in heaven, Daisy with love. P.S. Gotta go. I hear Bobby in the distance yelling, "Run, Daisy, run." LL Jean, I keep this for the rest of my life. I'm not kidding. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. I will keep that forever and ever and ever. You're such a kind, loving lady. Oh my God. Isn't it beautiful, y'all? Oh gosh. I got all the way through it without crying until I got to that last part, and then I couldn't help it. I think I'm gonna have that framed. She wrote all that out, y'all. All of us who have ever had dogs or cats that we have loved a great deal, we know that what was said in that note is how we feel in our hearts. So thank you again. Whoo! I wasn't I wasn't wanting to be sad, but I had to read it to you because y'all, it's beautiful, and I know that y'all are animal lovers. Yes, Jackie, absolutely. And they're all precious, aren't they? Yeah, Rose, me too. All right, I won't read any more sad stuff today. Actually, it was touching and lovely, and thank you so much for sending. Now I got hair all over me. She ran off um, again. She goes off, and then she'll a couple of days she'll come back. I don't know what in the heck she's doing, y'all. She disappears, and then she comes back, but she hasn't been gone but a few days, and she'll come back. But Mama Ma, it's been well over a month. I honestly, hope is one of the last things we have uh, to look forward to, But I'm losing my hope that she will return. I just don't think she will. She was never very tolerant of me. She let me pet her, but she's not one of those cats that you can pick up and cuddle and love and stuff like that. She's not really friendly. But like I said, she was the original feral. I guess so, Becky, although I can't imagine anybody that would have a buffet out there as much as I do. Oh, Darlene. Yeah. Oh, LL Jean. Yes, it was a beautiful thing that you sent to me. Absolute. I will never forget it because that's a wonderful treasure for me to have. You don't know how much I appreciate that. Yeah, Jackie, that's Miss Callie over there, and she's been spayed, and she's halfway friendly and half not friendly. Okay, Roxanne, have a good weekend. Thank you for coming in. Jackie, she wants to go in the house. Now, she doesn't do it every time, but you kind of have to push her back to keep her from going in the house when I go over there to work. And I don't want her to get used to going in the house because if I get tenants in there, they're not going to want that cat going in every time they open the door. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I can't get rid of her. I just cannot do that. Um, oh, Diana, I'm sorry, Diana. I hate that for you. Becky, she's not, see, I would let her live on the patio with my other kitties, my LG, my Ginger, my Georgie, uh, but she's not nice to them. She wants to fight with them. Um, Maybe so, Connie. I hope so. Yes, Jackie, I do. Hey, Sean. Hello. Hi. Sean, y'all, Sean are actually Texan SM4547. I don't know why he picked all those letters on there, all those numbers. He lives right down the road from me. No kidding. He's a real neighbor. I mean, an honest to gosh neighbor. I'm glad to see you, Sean. What's the situation on the house next door to you? I still see the sign up. She'll let me pet her a little bit, Darlene. I was just down that way the other day, Sean. I didn't notice anything, but when I come down there, I'm watching that because it's on a curve, and I have to be careful I don't run off, run off the road. That's kind of how I feel, Joy. I mean, yeah, this is a special property. I got special. Uh, oh, great, Sean. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, Becky, that's true. No, I didn't notice that. What house? Your house? I didn't notice that, but like I say, you're right on that sharp curve, and so I don't speed down your road, but I'm having to watch out. But I will look next time. What color did you paint? I painted mine, Sean. Have you seen it? Painted my little cottage. I painted my rent property. Brian had his house painted too. We just all painted our houses out here. Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much. I'm almost done fixing it, and then maybe I can get me some. I better get a good renter in this time, y'all. I better. I got a lot of stipulations, but that's. Let me tell you. So I saw this guy on YouTube, and he's a landlord attorney in Houston, Texas, and he's got a YouTube channel, but he also has a Facebook group. Well, pretty. That sounds pretty, Sean. Yep, I'll be sure and look at it next time I go down that way for sure. So I joined his Facebook group, and I am getting so much good information from those people because those are long term tenants. I mean, landlords. and it's strictly for landlords. You can't be a tenant and be in there. But he's given me some really good information. I have gotten some good legal advice for free, which everybody loves that. And I've got all these, you know, applications that I've done. If I can keep Pumpkinhead off the keyboard, I can get those printed. Sean, didn't you tell me that you were going to tear that little house down? Yeah, Darlene. Beep, 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 and it went all the way across the page. She didn't, there was no other letters, just nothing but P's. And I printed the darn thing out twice. Oh, yeah, Sean, have you seen what my video and what my renters did to my house? That's a nightmare. That was an absolute nightmare, but they're worse than that. I was kind of lucky, y'all, that there weren't great big holes in the doors. They did remove the door stops and stuff that keep the door opening and closing. I didn't know you were, Jackie. Yeah, that's a big garage back there. You can use it for storage or something like that, Sean. Oh, okay, that's good. Yep, yep, Cindy. As soon as I get a, here's the problem. I print it all out and I save it to my computer, and then I find something I need to add to it, and I have to go in to my Word program, change it, print it out again. So I'm going to wait until I have it exactly as I want it to be before I print out more than one copy. I did not know that, Jackie. Chris, uh, all my kitties are doing great. They really are. They're that lazing out there on the patio, and I get out there every day and turn on their fan. They have a fan out there. They're rotten, y'all. And I've got a big old. I call him what was BC, big kitty, big cat. So BC, y'all know how I am with LG and all that. I like short names, but he lays out there on the front porch, and I feed him. He's the one that doesn't meow. He goes me, me, me. That's his sound. But he lets me pet him, and the minute I go out there, he starts that me. But he's a sweet one. I'd like to simplify mine too, Jackie. I really would. If I had half a, well, I missed my chance years ago when I didn't study hard and get a good degree with a great university and get a corporate job somewhere. Thanks, Sharon. Yes. Oh, well, I'm going to advertise for sure, LR Jean. Yeah. But, that landlord group is all over the world. These are people everywhere. Um, but they tell me how I could, apply and advertise and stuff like that. It's very interesting group. I'm watching Bodie. She's being appealed today, y'all. Uh-oh, Darlene. No, just me, Jackie. Darlene, you didn't finish it. Oh, I'm sorry, Darlene. I'm sorry. Yes. Girl, you got too much on your plate. You really do. Becky, they're going to have to. They don't have to like them. They have to tolerate them. I don't care whether they like them or not. They have to tolerate them. I got you, Darlene. I hear you. Understand. So thank you for that information and absolutely in my prayers. I'm so sorry. He's 92, y'all. Think about that, though. Oh, gosh. It's sad, and yet to live to be 92 years old, I'm going to have to get my cat and beat his butt. I'm sorry to say to y'all that, but I'm serious. She is all over the place. Get down, you little booger bear. Hey, get out. Get. This is window film, in case y'all are wondering. I'm pushing the cat off. Get down. There we go. That was handy. I might keep that there. Oh, every storm runs out of rain. Yep, that's absolutely true. '96, LA, golly. Y'all, I don't know. It, given given the choice, she was 102, Carol? Yes, Connie. That's the problem, Cindy. They start telling me their problems, and I learn more about this woman and her son that were over here than I honestly didn't want to know. I didn't, it's not that I didn't care. It's just, I didn't need to know the personal stuff. And now, given what she has done to my house and the letter that she sent me, I realize, she was always talking about being such a God fearing woman. Y'all heard what she said to me in that letter she left me. So I got to where I just don't. I'm not going to be as trustworthy. Hopefully in the future, I'm going to have to look at it this way, y'all. It's a business. I'm going to have to run it like a business. And I know there are people, and in this group it says people are going to want to pay the rent, but not the uh, deposit right away, or maybe split the deposit up. And you must not allow that. Don't start that, because if you start splitting things in half, let them pay a little bit now and a little bit, it'll keep going on and on and on, and it'll be out of control. And I know I've got to look at it like a business. See, I didn't charge that woman for having 3 dogs in that house. Didn't charge her a dime. That's right, Darlene. Yeah, Cindy, I can't help it. Yeah, I've got that, and I found a great online uh, place that you can check their rental history, whether they have been evicted, their credit history, their criminal history, all kinds of stuff, and it will all do it, and it's pay as you need. In other words, so I get a prospective tenant and they fill out the application, and I can look them up, and it's like $36 and some odd cents, but it's worth it. And then I don't have to pay any more until I need their service again. So I like that. And I'm going to use that. And it checks all those things and gives me a report. And, you know, I can reject based upon that report. And I will, because y'all, yep, I am, Darlene. It's an application fee. I'm gonna charge $40. It's $36 and some odd cents, but I'm gonna charge a flat fee of $40. Yes, Cindy, this site will do that. This site will check all of that for evictions or, late payments or, I don't know, drunk driving, all kinds of stuff. So I'm anxious, and I'll use that service for sure, because I think it'll be pretty valuable to have. And I'll know a lot about them that they may not and probably wouldn't tell me otherwise. Well, if I can just implement it, Darlene, if I can just get it through my thick skull that I am not their buddy and their pal, and that's hard for me, because I think I'm a friendly person. I mean, I like talking to people in the grocery line, people I don't even know. Well, I hope so, Connie. Well, Jackie, I think so. Hopefully, September the 1st.
An excessive heat warning was issued for your location.
Golly, did y'all hear that? That's my phone. An excessive heat warning, and it just scared the heck out of me. Whew. I can't even remember what I was talking about. September 1st, I hope, Sean. That's nerve-wracking, darn phone. Usually I don't have it over here by me. That's what I'm going to do, Sandy. I'm going to charge them for the application, for the fee, and then can do the background search. Because y'all, I've spent thousands of dollars over there on supplies and hiring people to fix things. And I mean, seriously, I'm spent out. I just really am. I cannot do anymore. That's it. That's why I'm over there doing it myself, because I can't afford to do anymore. Yeah, Cindy, I know. Hear you. I don't think I want to be friendly with them, though, LL Jean. That's the thing. I know, Rambling Rose, and that's usually in the car. And I'm like, ee. I don't need to be. Listen, if it's a business thing, I don't need a personal relationship with them. I don't need to hear their problems or anything else that might sway me if they ask me, let's say they can't pay all the rent one month, and I've been real sweet and friendly and kind and laughing and carrying on, yay. I can't allow myself to do that, y'all. I have to now look at it like I am their landlord. It is a business. I am not their buddy and their pal. I can be nice, but I don't have to be. I can't. I fell for that woman's sob story before she moved in. Right, Darlene. I hear you, Jackie. There was a man. I went to the hardware store the other day, and I was walking I just got out of my car, I was walking down the sidewalk, and I heard this deep voice behind me, and I just did like that, and this man goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you." And I said, "Well, you did." He was a real deep voice. He wasn't that far from me, for heaven's sake. Give me some space on the sidewalk, sir. Don't come up right behind me and say something. You never met him. Do you have a property management taking care of it for you, Jackie? Yeah, Cindy. I need to wear my boss shirt. I got a shirt that says boss on it. It's some kind of a workout shirt I got years ago. There's a way that you can be, Jean. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Jackie. I can't do that. I just can't do that. I've had people say I need to hire. I can't do that, y'all. I don't have the money for that. I don't. Um, Honestly, I've used pretty much all the money I've got just to try to get that tearing down that mobile home was several thousands of dollars that I had to pay to have that, and I had to pay extra for that tractor that came out here and loaded all that stuff up on that dump truck. No, I can't avoid. They're right across the street, right across the driveway from me. I'm gonna see them, but that's why I'm over there, doing the things that I can do myself. There's a lot I know to do that I don't want to tackle because it's too hard for me now. I'm not yet spring chicken anymore. That's good, Cindy. Everything is expensive. You know, it's not just the cost of insurance on homes and things that go up, it's the cost of repairing things. Yes, okay, Sean, anytime, because he did a good job. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff that I'm not really happy with that he didn't do or did do wrong or whatever. But all in all, he did what I wanted him to do, which was get rid of that darn eyesore and clean up that backyard. I had to have somebody else come in and do a little more leveling. Y'all saw that video where John, Cody's daddy, uh, John, I don't know. Here's the thing. Let me tell you. I've got a video on there. My yard man that I get once a week chained a wooden pallet to the back of his lawnmower, and he put big, heavy cement blocks on top of that, and he ran all over that yard, and it leveled out the places that were standing water, and he leveled all that out doing that. I thought that was a brilliant idea. If you need to do some leveling, that's a really good idea to do it. Saves a lot of hoeing and raking and shoveling. Yeah, it was, Sean. Really good idea. I've never seen anybody do that before. I figured it would just kind of skip over the ground, but no, it actually dug in. So all in all, I'm happy with what they did. Like I said, there's some things I would have done differently if it were me doing it, but when we get to where we can't do it ourselves and we have to pay someone to do it, it might not be exactly as we see it in our head, but you can only communicate so much to people how you want it done. If it's in here, getting it out and making them understand it is a whole different story. Yeah, Jackie. Cindy, I don't know what your rents are like in Oklahoma. I'm assuming they're pretty much like they are here, but rents are crazy high, y'all. Texas used to too, Carol, but they have changed. They've got some new laws now that they didn't have in place. And y'all, listen to this. It is not the landlord's responsibility to furnish heating or cooling in their units in the state of Texas. That is a brand new law. So remember when my air conditioner, my central heat and air conditioner went out next door and I let her take the rent for 1 month and buy two air conditioners, small window units. And she bought the cheapest air conditioners she could find. One of them was even dented, so I'm assuming it was probably used. And that's what they installed. But I didn't have to do that, and I didn't know it. I did it because it was hot, you know, and don't have to do it, Jackie. You don't have to. I'm shocked because, as y'all may know, it gets to well over 100 degrees in the summertime at times. In fact, this week, let's see what it is right now. This week, well, you heard my heat advisory. So it's going to be over 100 degrees several days this week. But we no longer have to provide heating or cooling. We do have to provide water in one way or another. I'm not saying free water. They get free water. My tenant will because it's on my line. Yep. Me too, Sean. Me too. That's when the Jamboree, y'all, the Jamboree is coming up in October. Jackie, I'm shocked. I had no idea. I mean, I had no idea that Texas would even think of doing such a thing, as hot as it is. But these apartments, in fact, the group I'm in, she told the other day her air conditioner has been out since June the 1st, and her landlords will not fix it. And it's an apartment complex. So there's all these people in this apartment complex that have no air conditioning. And y'all know yourself, a lot of windows don't raise. In fact, I've only got two windows. I'm going to try, Chris. Thank you. Oh, yes, Sean, yes. My gosh, you need to go. It's in October. You'll love it. I like walking their little midway they've got, and they've got all these craft booths and T-shirts and all that. Wow, Darlene. Hey, Diane. Made it on the plane, but there are people that went clear outside to evacuate, and they have to go back through security. So we are pretty delayed. So you're on the plane? Hey, the people on the plane. I know, Chris. You know what, Chris? I just realized last week that you're from Gilmer. I did not know that. I wish you had told me. So, so Sean, Chris is also from Gilmer. And so is Sean, Chris, the guy calling himself Texan. How about that? Small world, huh? Maybe I'll run into you at Walmart someday, Chris. Yep, I know. You are. See, there's two Texans right there. Well, actually, Sean, you weren't born in Texas, were you? You born in Indiana? Wow, Diane. Well, look, I hope the rest of your trip is better than the beginning of mine. The first plane ride I took, it was an absolute nightmare. Yeah, Jackie, we're having a Gilbert get together. Yep, this is home. No, Jackie, just you. You're special, just you. No London people. Connie, where are you from? You still in here? Bye, Diane. Be careful. Have a good time. Don't stand up in the boat. Comanche, Texas. Really? I'm trying to cross my leg if y'all wonder what I'm doing. Yeah, Jackie, invite all your London friends here. Actually, Jackie, I got a new subscriber the other day, and they're from London. They call them in there. They got a channel, a YouTube channel, and they do. I think they do lives, and I think their name is Brits Living in Florida. So they came and are now living in Florida, but they have a channel. I wish she'd come in. I would love to see her. She just subscribed to me the other day, so I went and subscribed to her because if people subscribe to me, I want to subscribe to them. Too nice. No, there's isn't. Is there such a thing? Our plane. We had to land our plane in Philadelphia, Becky. It was supposed to be New Jersey, but the weather was so bad we circled the airport 5 times. Then they finally routed us to Philadelphia. Chit Chat with Granny Pat. I've heard of her. Helen White in Georgia. Yes, I have watched her many times. I watched her lives. I don't get to see her much anymore, but yep, I watched those. Now, I have never watched Chit Chat with Granny Pat, but I have heard that's a good channel. Yeah, that was a mess, Jackie. I mean, 3 a.m. still stuck in an airport in Philadelphia. We had to get an Uber to take us to New York City, and they gave our room away because we didn't show up in time, even though we paid for it. I mean, it was an absolute nightmare, that the trip itself, but not the actual New York. I wouldn't trade that for anything. The next day was gorgeous. Sun was shining, no rain at all. But that night was a horrific storm. So we were delayed in Dallas getting to New York. So I wouldn't trade that experience for anything in the world. That was the most wonderful trip I ever took. Yeah, Sharon, I had a great time. It was wonderful, except of course when I had one of my spells and I thought I was going to pass out and I couldn't walk and it was a mess. But I kept up with them. They're all young'uns and I kept up with them. Bought a house in Spain. I don't know. I don't want to. I would never want to live in a country. Of course, I'm not going anywhere, y'all. I can't go anywhere. But in a country where I didn't know their language. I know a lot of people do that. And then they learn how to speak their language. No, it's blood pressure, Barbara, and I did not know it. I thought it had to do with my thyroid, or I thought it was low blood sugar, but it wasn't. It was blood pressure spell. My blood pressure spiked and just went really high, and that's what happens to me. And then if I don't sit down, I'm gonna fall down. We went into a watch. It's called Swatch. It was downtown. Well, downtown. It was in New York City, and I told Brian. I said, I'm gonna have to sit down. Oh yes, Barbara, I certainly do, and it's leveled out finally. I said, I'm gonna have to sit down on the floor, Brian. And he said, Mom, if you sit on the floor, they're gonna call an ambulance. You can't sit on the floor. I said, I am going on that floor. And I did. They didn't call an ambulance, but I had to go on that floor, y'all. I had to get down or I was going to pass out. Or you would hate Texas, Jackie. Yes, Darlene. Yes. I know, Barbara. Of course, mine is a up and down until I get regulated because the dosage she's changing it a lot. Oh, I had to, Jackie. I could not make another step. I absolutely couldn't. I knew I couldn't do it. But I wouldn't change that uh, trip for anything. Every time I think about it, I think what a wonderful place it is. Yeah, gotta sit. You gotta sit. You gotta sit. That's all there is to it. But New York is a mess now, y'all. If you watch some YouTube videos about New York, you'll see that it is overrun with gangs, and the businesses that we were able to go into closing their doors because of all the thefts, and gangs rush in by the hundreds and just wipe out their shelves. And darling, mine was that high. Mine was that high. They didn't send me to the ER though. What they did was give me a pill that they had crushed up, and I had to sit there for about 40 minutes. And then finally they took my blood pressure again and they sent me on my way. Yeah, I'm going down. I am going down on that floor. That's what I said. And I did. I went down. I don't care if they call an ambulance or not. You got to do what you got to do. So it's funny now, Connie. It wasn't then. So you're pretty much going to have to. Now, we're kind of safe here in this little town, but in big cities like New York, London's having it too. I saw it on the YouTube, Jackie. Gangs that go in and wipe out stores, things that are happening. I was shocked when I saw that. Yeah, yeah. I was shocked. I don't know what I thought. I guess I thought London was hands off to all criminals, but it didn't. That's cool, Becky. Yeah, I heard that too, Cindy. Y'all, there is a sheriff in Florida. I think his last name is Grady, Grady. He's on YouTube a lot. He's a rough dude, I'll tell you. He is no nonsense. And he tells his people in his town, if somebody tries to break in your house and you have to shoot them, don't shoot them once. Empty your gun in them. That's what this sheriff is telling people. But I'm going to tell you something. His jurisdiction there is almost devoid of crime because he's so tough on crime. I mean, I don't know how to look at that. I don't know whether to say good for him or yikes, I don't want to live there, or yay, I wish I did live there. But that's something. That's the problem, LA. That's the problem. And now all these people, they're rushing in and they're ripping all the stuff out of these stores. And they're assaulting people in New York. They used to sit on outside the stores and look like a little cafe tables and have coffee or whatever. And then, not enough, Jackie, not enough. And then people are coming up to these people, sitting there enjoying their coffee and their friends, and they're robbing them. They're taking their wallets. They're taking their watches, whatever they have, and running off. Now, Brian and his friend and I sat out in one of those places, but at that time, this wasn't going on. All of a sudden now, there's it's a masses of criminals. Got to, Darlene, or they'll sue you if you don't. Oh, your son-in-law does LA? I don't know. It's really sad. It's really, really sad, but it's not just the United States. It's certainly not just Texas. It's all over the world. Connie just said it right there. Our world has gone crazy. Got to uncross my leg now. Okay, Darlene. Thank you for coming in. And listen, well, you're in my prayers. Just know you're in my prayers. I hope you have a better weekend. Bless your heart. Know you are loved. Brian's got one, Jackie, but I don't know the name of it. But that sucker will do everything except put the meat on your plate. I don't know what it is. It's fabulous. I'll ask him about it, though. He loves it. His is more fancy. It's got, you can do a whole lot of things. You can air fry several things at one time, not just everything in one location. I know. I will ask him what he's got. He really loves it. Oh, Barbara. I know. I hate that's happening. Yeah, I hear you. Because he does. He takes like vegetables and puts them in one place, and maybe a steak or pork chop or whatever the heck, and puts it in another spot there and does that. But I like mine a lot, Jackie. Let me go look at the brand. And you can look it up on Amazon. I've never heard of that in my life. I never heard of that brand in my whole life. Called Gourmia. It's real easy to use. I can't pronounce it. I don't know the brand of his, but I will find out. Okay, Rose. Have a good weekend. Thank you for coming in. I sure do appreciate you. And Cindy, now that I'm thinking about it, please put your link to your new video in our Facebook group because people want to see it. I couldn't find it. And LL Jean, I thought you were going to join our Facebook group. I haven't seen you. Poor Diana. Now that I'm seeing your name again, I feel so bad for you. You love your kitties and to take care of them, and now you're hurt. Jackie, why don't you consider a countertop oven? Like, you know, I had one, and I had one. I can't even remember the name of it now, but I had one, and you can do all kinds of things. It's got different racks in it, but it's only about this tall, and it sits on your countertop, and you don't need a stove because it'll bake, it'll broil. And it'll do toast, or it'll cook anything in there, and it's got timer, and you know you can do everything with it. Then you would need a stove, and this thing doesn't heat up your kitchen either, which like a stove does. Right. Well, it depends. They've got different sizes. They've got some maybe this wide. The one I had was this wide, and unfortunately, it was a good brand, but I had to get rid of it because it quit working, and it was a well-known brand. I can't even think what it is, for heaven's sake. I don't know. Can't think. I can't think. But look at them, and they've got doors in front, glass door in front. Diana. Yeah. Yeah, Sean. What's the name of yours, Sean? Do you know? It's a countertop oven. And I used to put fish in there, fish fillets and vegetables in there and broil them in that. It's wonderful. Okay, Carol, it's good to see you. Have a good weekend. No, Jackie. Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to get another one of the countertop ovens because, like I said, mine just quit working, and I finally put the thing in the trash, and I sure hated it because I used it often, several times a week, and it saves a heck of a lot of money. But it's not a live thing, LL Jean. But you know, it's up to you, absolutely. But it's not live. It's not that kind of thing. It's people post things in there. I don't know, things they've been doing in pictures and little good morning things and stuff like that. So, because we're all different time zones anyway, so people just like Jackie, for instance, she's like in the middle of the night for her when it's like afternoon for us, or what I think there's 6 hours different. I don't know. Believe it or not, I've got London on my clock. I've got New York and London on my clock. See that? So it's 12:29 p.m. in New York, and in London it's 5:29 p.m. I like knowing. I like knowing. No, ma'am, it's not live, not at all. No, 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 no. It's just like it's not like this, not like this. And people post. They had their kitties and their puppy dogs, and they go on vacations and they post pictures. And Jackie posts the most beautiful pictures of London. Yes, Barbara. And besides that, Jackie, it's very expensive. It heats up your kitchen like crazy. It's expensive to use. You might as well get a tabletop oven and make sure it's got broil and bake, and get a good size one. Because if that's all you're getting instead of the oven, you could get a bigger size one. Yeah, Jackie. See what you said, LL Jean? It's all over the world there. Yes, yes, Sean, that's right. I very seldom ever use my oven anymore, and my stove. And seriously, because that you know, they're 220 plug, that uses a lot of power. And these things, these new things, you don't even need that. Yeah, Becky, me too. If I can't stick it in the microwave, I don't need to be eating it. They're excellent to have. Wonderful. Gosh, my mouth is dry. See, I've never used one of those, Cindy. Convection oven. What is a jacket potato? Jacket potato. Well, then Cindy knows what a jacket potato is. I don't. Oh, a baked potato, a jacket potato. I guess it is. It's a potato in a little jacket. I use baked potatoes in my microwave, ladies and gentlemen. It takes me less than 5 minutes to bake a potato in your microwave, and it's delicious. And it's great. You know how we used to put potatoes in our baked potatoes in the oven and take a whole hour to cook it? Now you got one in less than 10 minutes. I've got a slow cooker, but I hadn't used it in a long time, Diana, because I don't make a lot of food at one time anymore. I think so, LA. Potato with the skin still on, called a jacket potato. That's funny. But the kind that you can do in the microwave, you crisp it up and get that outside skin crispy, and it's delicious, y'all. No, you can put it on a paper plate, Sharon. Well, do it 5 minutes on high and then turn it over and 5 minutes again, and it will be perfect. But you got to poke it all over with the fork, to give it so the steam can release. It'll turn out perfect, Sharon. I used to too, Becky. I hadn't made any in a long time. I sure would like to have some homemade soup. I never had one blow up, Barbara, but I do poke it all over several times with a fork. I know, Joey. Me too. The 10 minutes, Connie, and the skin will get crispy. 5 minutes on one side, then turn it, and then 5 minutes on the other side. No, that's not right. 5 minutes, period, Connie. It's the sweet potato you have to cook for 10 minutes. But a regular baked potato is 3 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other, 5 minutes total, and you've got a perfect baked potato. Listen, I eat them all the time. There's lots of nights. In fact, I'm going to have a baked potato tonight for my dinner. So, I mean, you can't beat that, can you? 5 minutes, you got a baked potato. And the crispy, and the skin will crisp up. If it doesn't, give it another minute. Man, I'm not kidding. I go to the store and I buy me some bacon potatoes and I buy some sweet potatoes because sometimes I want something sweet. I have, Jackie. My dub. Your potato might be bigger than mine because I think it matters. I'm not, Barbara. You do it. You can come back and tell us how that works. Yes, Jackie, in the microwave. Me too, Becky. I like them. Hi, Alice. How you doing? It's good to see you. Hope everything's going well where you are. Alice is a Texas lady, y'all. Lives in the great state of Texas. Thanks, Alice. Good to see you always. We're talking potatoes, Alice. The big subject of potatoes, baked potatoes, sweet potatoes, and 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 tabletop ovens versus the big old clunky ovens we all had to buy that were several $100s. Now nobody wants to use them because they use too much electricity. So everybody's going for countertop ovens now. Everybody's going to go out and get them some potatoes, and that's what they're going to have for dinner. I bought cheese the other day to put on it. Me too, Diana. Oh, not in the slow cooker, though. Huh. Me too, Alice. Yeah, I think so too, Jackie. I love the skin of a baked potato if it's crisp. I think they said you could also kind of rub them with oil before you put them in there, and it'll help crisp it up more. But yeah, I buy. For one thing, I'm lazy and I don't want to cook. I hate to cook. Y'all know I do. So if I could stick a baked potato or a sweet potato in a microwave and have it in 5 minutes, that's all I need to know. That microwave I've got next door is an over the stove microwave. It was brand new when we bought it, well, brand new when we moved over here. And that's a better microwave than I have, but That sounds good, Alice. Oh, fresh green beans. I do too, Connie. I love fresh veggies. I haven't had them in a long time, Jackie. I used to buy baby spinach all the time, and then I would buy Roma tomatoes, and then I would buy crumbled blue cheese in a little container. And I have not had those salads in a long, long time. I know, and I would love to go to a farmer's market and get some fresh tomatoes. I have not had homegrown tomatoes in a long, long time, and man, I love them. And I really miss bacon sandwiches, but I don't eat bread anymore. I mean, I don't even know the last time I had bread. And y'all, I've lost 26 pounds. I've done that. But one thing, I don't eat cheesecake anymore. Sad to say. No bread, no sweets. Yeah. We would go to church on Sunday. And when we came home, Mother would fry a chicken on the stove. And y'all, now there was 4 kids and 2 adults. And she had this big old cast iron skillet. And she'd cut that chicken up and put that chicken, the whole darn thing, in that skillet. Those chicken pieces were crammed so tight together, I'm shocked that she ever was able to get them apart. But what happened was she cooked them until they were just pretty much drawn up to nothing. So she wasn't a cook. No wonder I'm not, because that's the way she cooked. And when she put it on the table, now you got 4 hungry kids there, right? You got little pieces of chicken about that big around, for heaven's sake. I'm surprised I survived my childhood. She was a horrible cook, and she would tell you that she was a horrible cook. The only thing she made that I absolutely loved was homemade apricot fried pies. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yep, exactly, Jackie. I got a gnat in here. Yes, pretty much, Connie. Popcorn chicken. Y'all, you know what? I have had popcorn for dinner before because I hate to cook. So I go in there and put popcorn in the microwave, and that's what I eat for dinner because I hate to cook. And if you don't eat sandwiches, y'all, what's left? A canned soup? The other night I had turnip greens. That's it. I know it, LA. Now that's the only thing Mama made that I absolutely adored. I'd come home from school and she'd be sitting there cooking those apricot fried pies, and I couldn't wait to get them. They were delicious. Mashed potato spoon. They were fabulous. I loved them. My Brian is coming today. I get my locks put up, and I'm happy because y'all, let me tell you, every night all through this week, I've gone to bed with my back door simply closed, but there's no lock. So I put a little chair up against this side of it, which isn't going to keep a burglar out. It's not going to keep anybody out. But anybody could have walked right in the house and killed me. I love custard. I, I I haven't had something sweet in a long, long time. I'm thinking, y'all, my grocery store sells a New York style cheesecake, and it's in this cold area thing, and it's already pre sliced. And I love those things, and I put them in the freezer. Now, a cheesecake's not going to freeze solid. It'll freeze to where it's really firm, but it won't be. But it won't be solid. Hey, Tina. You're welcome to join us too if you want to, Tina. Yeah, I hear you, Mr. Colt, Mr. Winchester. I got those guys here. I sure do, and I know how to use them. In fact, last night I heard a noise, and I got up and I got Mr. Colt, and I walked around the house with him. That's the first time I've ever been uneasy in this house. Anyway, so I take this cheesecake, and because it's pre-sliced, you can just get you a piece off. And I like to watch a good zombie movie or a good British romance movie or drama or something like that and eat my cheesecake. I do, Cindy. Seriously, I can shoot a snake out of a tree. I've done it before. There are some skills that Texans have out of necessity. But now, because I've talked about all this food and stuff like that, I sure would like to have that cheesecake. But y'all, look, I have pretty much starved myself. The snake in the tree. Um, and I would hate to go. Yeah, Jackie. Yeah, they used to have a television show. Um, that director, I can't even think of her name, y'all. I'm sorry, can't think of her name. She was college friends with my niece, and when my mother-in-law passed away, she came to the funeral. She's the director of that. Kelly, is her name Kelly? I can't think of her name. They get on the sidelines there, and yes, and they have pom poms. They're really young, and they cheer, and they do splits and cartwheels, and they have a climb on top of one another and see how high up they can get, and, and everybody cheers and carries on. No, no, Connie, no, you got the wrong one. Listen, I know what you're talking about. The Buddy Holly, uh, they want you to pay for it. This one is called Buddy, the Buddy Holly Story Musical. Now that's what it's called. So look for that. And what it is it's a musical, and these guys, and the guy that playing the Buddy Buddy Holly part is fantastic. He has a wonderful voice. My daughter was a cheerleader in high school. Uh, but the guy that plays Richie Valens, y'all, Richie Valens, for one thing, Did you, Jackie? Cool. The guy that plays Richie Valens. Okay, the real Richie Valens was a big boy. You know, he was not skinny or anything like. He was a big boy. This Richie Valens wears this tight blue suit, and he's on stage and he's turning around to the backside of the audience and moving back and forth and twisting and turning. And Richie Valens did not do that. Richie Valens had more. This was bad. This was really bad. This bumping and grinding stuff, he acted more like a stripper up there than Richie Valens would have done. Richie Valens had more sense in that. That's the part I didn't like. If you watch it, Connie, you'll know what I'm talking about. That was disgusting. I didn't like it because to me, it cheapened the memory of Richie Valens. Richie Valens was a gentleman. I don't know what you said, Jackie. I don't know what you said, girl. Say it again. Buddy Holly was born in Lufkin, Texas. Is that what you want to know? You know, Peggy Sue, True Love Ways. I can't think. He had a lot of. He was a songwriter. And they all passed away in a plane crash in 1959. Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper, and of course the pilot. And his widow had a miscarriage right after that, and she never, even to this day, has been to his grave. He's buried in Lufkin, Texas. Lubbock, Texas, excuse me. And she's never been to his grave. She refused to go to the funeral. And they have, in Lubbock, they have a big monument and all that stuff. Hi, Bertha, or Bert. Glad to have you here. Welcome. Yeah, they were just getting kind of going with their number one hits and all that kind of stuff. It's a great musical if you bear in mind that these are they they spent quite a bit of money making this little musical, but it's like people that aren't well known playing the parts. You know what I mean? That was in New York when we went there, Jackie, but I didn't see it. Hello, Becky. Gilbert, Arizona. You just missed our friend Rose is from Arizona. Couple of new peoples today. Yes, it's very nice to see y'all here. Yeah, Connie, that was in well, they were in Clear Lake, Iowa, but they didn't get very far from the airport till they crashed. I swear, when we came back from New York and landed in Dallas, I thought we were going to crash. Remember, I'd never been on a plane before. Brian was cool as cucumber because he flies all the time, but I was holding on to Brian's arm, and that guy was just, that's the way that uh, plane did. And I thought, this guy right there, I knew if unless I'm going again to New York, I will never get on a plane again. Never, 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 never. Apache Junction. Already saw it, Sean. You took it off, and now I've already read it. Thank you, Bertha. My American flag, yeah. On my patio, I have the Union Jack, and on the side of my house, I have the Texas flag. So you can take your pick which one you want to root for. Well, I already read it, Sean. It's too late. I don't think I could stand that, Jackie. Oh my God, and the door wouldn't shut right. You're in the USA, Bertha. Okay, Rachel. Have a good weekend, and I hope you have a good week. Hello to your kiddos. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate you so much. Still in my prayers, my friend. Oh my gosh, Jackie. I I used to have a boyfriend, y'all, and he drove a 57 Chevy. 57 Chevy. And his door wouldn't shut all the way. The driver door wouldn't shut all the way. The darn thing would fly open. And so I had to sit with my arm around his back and hold on to that door. Now I think he rigged it that way, frankly. But I had every time we went anywhere, I had to hold that darn door shut, or it would come flying open. But Bobby did the same thing. My Bobby had a Cadillac when we first started dating, and not only wouldn't the door shut, but you couldn't turn the darn car off because it wouldn't start again. So when we'd stop and have to get gas, he kept the car running so he could get gas. You can't do that nowadays. They make you shut your cars off. But used to, years ago, you could leave your car running and fill up your car. In fact, I've seen people standing out there. Yes, I think so too, Jackie. And I don't know what, I mean, first dating a guy, and he's got an old Cadillac, and his door won't shut, and you can't turn the car off. Boy, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I could have. There wasn't many Donald Trumps around my part of Texas. Yeah, Becky, you got to hold the darn thing shut. I think so, Bertha. I know, LA. Me too. Yep. Zizi, hey girl. I haven't seen you in a good while. I'm glad you came in. Jackie, you need a YouTube channel. You do. I mean, I would subscribe to you. I'd watch it. Just all things UK, or all things British, or all things royal, or all things in London, whatever. I'd watch it because I love it. Ella Jean, I think you missed my gifts Jackie sent me. If you get an opportunity, you might start the live stream again, and you can see all my beautiful gifts she sent to me. money that I will never spend. You know I won't. I can't do it. That's just beautiful money. That'd be crazy to spend it. She absolutely is, Connie. She absolutely is fantastic. You know, I hinted at you, Connie, and so did Jackie. Jackie hinted once before about Connie being a moderator. Connie never raised her hand. So if you ever decide you want to be one, let me know. I'll fix you up. No, wasn't my birthday. Every so often I have a subscriber that sends me something, that gifts me with something. And that's the way it's been throughout my 4 years on YouTube. There are just some very kind and generous folks out there. And Jackie knows how much I love London and the royal family. So she sends me things from London. Oops, there's my cat. Y'all want to see my buddy? Buddy! There she is. That's my baby right here. Y'all look how big she's getting. Isn't she shiny? You ready to get down, baby, sweetheart? I love yous. I love my kitties. Hi there, ZZ. I'm so glad to see you, dear. I've missed you. Yeah, she looks like a panther. Well, there she is again. Isn't she pretty, Alice? I've got a lot. I've got one that looks. She's a. He is a Russian blue. Oh, my LG. She's got a little place on her chest about right here, Alice, about as big as a 50-cent piece that's white. Otherwise, she's solid black and shiny as can be. I didn't notice you making any mistakes at all, Connie. Catch. Isn't it funny what I wonder how come we come up with funny names? I come up with my Bodie was supposed to be Pumpkinhead. Brenda named her Pumpkinhead because her head, when she was a baby, her head was too big for her body. Okay, LA, I'm so glad you were able to come in today. Thank you so much. You have a good weekend. We haven't had anybody in here in a long, long time, Jackie, that's been unruly or nasty to anybody or called anybody names. It's been a long, long time. Y'all remember several years ago we had this guy in here and he said some really awful stuff, and I laughed. I mean, I just laughed because what he said is I knew wasn't true, and so I laughed. But we don't have that anymore. Yeah, we've been here 2 hours, Connie. Sailor catching Sterling. That's kind of cool. No, Alice, I don't know. The guy said some stuff and he got real personal about it, but it was totally ridiculous because I know. I mean, I know myself and I know people who I associate with. So that was made up and we laughed. George, that's the one. It was George. He talked about a guy named George. George in the hotel room. And I mean, I just busted out laughing because I knew that didn't happen. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's George L.L. Jean, remember? Do you remember that? Well, I'm so glad you did, ZZ. It's always good to see you, my friend. You know what? It's over there. Her. She's talking. Alexa. You can't even whisper in that house. She'll pick it up, which is a good thing because when I got locked out, I'm glad she listened to me. Anyway, he was that's the last time we've had anybody in here that has been, you know, not very nice. We've never had to kick anybody out that I have. Y'all, have you, Jackie? I don't know. Yeah, remember George CZ? He gave us a good laugh, didn't he? Oh, cool, Becky. I like that. Chester A. Arthur. See, I don't do names like that, but I do like LG, the Mighty Warrior. And so when I took him to have him neutered, they asked, "What's his name?" And I said, "Well, it's LG, the Mighty Warrior." And she said, "Can I just put LG?" And I said, "Yeah, you can just put LG if you want to. You don't have to write out the Mighty Warrior." Now he's the one I was telling you about that was a Russian blue, and he is beautiful, and he's big boy. He's a big sweet boy, and every time I go out, he comes running up to me. He loves his mama. If they're really, really, really awful, Jackie, then they need to go. I mean, they really do. But I've not seen. Oh, I did too. I remember some guy came in and he had this terrible name, and it was kind of broken up. And when you put it all together, it was total profanity. It really was. And like a dope, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it. I'm not going to say it, but I'm looking at it and I sound it out. And I said it. I sounded it out. And I know that was his goal, is to get somebody to say his name. And I'm like a dope did it. So I hope he enjoyed that because he'll never be back in here again, not with that name. I banned him. Aren't they beautiful, Diana? Just beautiful. Jackie, I want bread so bad. I miss bread. Oh my gosh, Diana. Well, look, just click them off. You don't have to watch them. You don't have to watch those ads. I mean, I know they're irritating. And in fact, what I could do is every time I see one, I can fix it from here to where it will go away and you won't have to watch it. See, I don't get ads, but y'all do. And I know that. I know that's irritating. So, anyway. Yeah, good, Diana. Yes, I have, Jackie, and I love it. But bread is one of the worst things you could put in your body. No kidding. But I sure do crave it. I would love to have a sub sandwich, with the cheese and the meats and the, spicy mustard. I'm dying for a sandwich. Oh yeah, Sean. Well, of course, those who have channels love the ads because that's how they make their money. Is with the ads. But I got to agree, because when I'm watching a movie on YouTube or something like that and those ads come on, I just immediately click them away. I don't know, Jackie. I don't know if I'm going to do that, Ella Jean. I'm going to have a toss up between a sub sandwich or a cheesecake, because of those are the two things that I absolutely love. I've never had it toasted, ZZ. I'm gonna have to go to the store and get me a dead gum cheesecake, y'all. I mean, seriously, I've deprived myself long enough. No cheesecake. I can't tell you how much I love cheesecake. I used to eat nothing but whole wheat, Connie. I never eat white bread at all. Everything is easy. Everything. People are complaining about, rents and utilities, and I hate to see my electric bill. With days that's 100 degrees outside, there's no telling what my electric bill is going to be. I was telling Brian about it. I said, "Oh my gosh, my electric bill's going to be sky high, don't you know?" Oh, Diana, yeah, you deserve that. You really deserve to have it. No, we can't, Bertha. I'm so sorry, we can't. It causes turmoil, and everybody, it's like a doctor. If you ask a doctor something, they're going to have an opinion. If you ask 10 doctors, they're going to all have a different opinion. So that's why we don't do political. It's best. Everybody has their own view. No, you can't do anything, Diana, bless your heart. Oh, well, thank you, Bertha. Thank you very much. Now, if it's not, we let's see. I can't remember what it was. We had somebody tell us not to do politics recently, but we weren't doing politics. What we did was mention a political candidate's possible illnesses. So we were talking about a medical thing, not political. It just happened to be a political candidate that we were speaking about. Somebody told us we didn't need to be doing politics, but they were wrong. We weren't doing politics. Were we, Ella Jean? And Ella Jean spoke up and said, we weren't doing politics. We're doing medical. I think so too, ZZ. I don't know. I'm sad that I can't have foods like that anymore. Yes, I do, Becky, and love them. And I've got tortillas in my freezer. I could take some of those out. That's a good idea. And maybe, well, I don't buy eggs either, y'all. I started to say I could make an egg, scrambled egg, and roll it up in a tortilla. Well, yeah, because you were talking about the tacos, or was it burrito? No, I guess it was taco. And Jackie's never had one, y'all. Well, now I'm going to tell you something. That's exactly right, Ella Jean. You spoke up and said, we're not talking politics. We're talking about a health issue. Thank you, dear. I remember. Yeah, we did sort it out. We sure did. We sorted that one out. Everybody. Everybody. I think, Zizi, when I go to the store, I'm going to look for some of that in the bakery department and see about that. I like corn tortillas, but the little flour tortillas are the easy ones to roll. My son, Brian, eats tortillas a lot, cooks various things and has it with tortillas. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you something. I can't keep going with just having a baked potato for dinner every day, y'all. I got to find something I can eat. I don't like canned soup anymore, but I've got a lot of it, but I don't like it. I do like cabbage soup. I like to make a great big thing of cabbage soup, and then I put it in containers and put it in the freezer. I like that a lot. The problem is I don't like to get in there and cook it. I don't mind eating different things. It's just that I have to cook it. I don't want to do it. What is Marmite? What's Marmite? Is it like marmalade? Like the Queen's marmalade sandwich? The thing is I don't eat breakfast. I know, Connie. I mean, yeah, me too, Becky. The kind that come in the package? Cheese crackers. Not that I know of. What is it, Jackie? Is it like marmalade? Is that what you're talking about? Like a jelly or a jam? Oh, maybe like our y'all. What's that stuff? It's chocolate with. I can't think of the name of that stuff. I've got a thing of it. Hazelnuts and chocolate, y'all. What am I talking about? They sell it in a bottle. You know what I'm talking about? Nutella. That's it. That's it. I bet you're thinking about, y'all call it Nutella or Nutella. I don't guess it matters. It's a dark brown spread, and that's exactly what it is. So it's Nutella. Well, I bet that's what this is, and I love it. I think it's very good. I didn't think I'd like it, but oh no, not Nutella. Oh, she knows Nutella. She knows what Nutella is. Well, I don't know then. I guess we don't have it. I have never seen it before. Never, never heard of it. That's how I feel about Nutella. Honest to gosh, if I bought one of those, I would get me a big old fat spoon and sit in my recliner and watch a movie and just eat that stuff because I love the taste of it. It's like having a you know dessert. That's good, Zizi. That sounds easy. I'm gonna look for sourdough, Zizi. I'm gonna go to the grocery store this week, and I'm gonna look for sourdough, and I'm gonna try that. Y'all, let me tell you what I love on toast is marmalade, uh, orange marmalade. I love orange marmalade. That's exactly what it is, Izzy. Isn't it delicious? I mean, I'm not kidding. I could just take it and eat that with a spoon all day long. It's so good. Oh, LL Jean. Huh. I have never had it. I don't even know where they would sell that. Me too, Jackie. I love it. Y'all, we've been here 2 hours and 20 minutes. We just been jabbing, carrying on, and talking about all kinds of stuff like we usually do. We don't have a set subject or topic. We just talk. Yeah, I've never had a live go this long before. I have seen lives, y'all, that were like 8 or 9 hours. Can you imagine? I think I'd pass out. Jackie, it's gonna be your bedtime pretty soon anyway. Yeah, we're all hungry and we're sitting here talking about food. Okay, y'all. I guess it's time to turn it off. Yeah, probably so, LL Jean. You never go back. I'll never go back there again. I wish I could. I loved it so much. Anyway, I want to thank y'all all for coming in today. Thank you very much to Jackie for being our moderator. Thank you, Becky. I will try. ZZ, great to see you. LL Jean, always good to see you. Connie, if I miss anybody, I don't mean to, because everybody is important to me. So, y'all have a great weekend. Hi, Chris. Bye bye, Alice. Good to see you. Glad you came in. Diana, God bless your heart, baby. Get get well soon. Bye, Connie. Bye, Jackie. Bye, LL Jean. Thank you, Chris. You're always such a sweet man. Maybe I'll run into you at Walmart, Chris. You be sure to stop me and say hi, okay? I'll get it. I'll look for it, Susie. I don't care. That's what I need. Okay, y'all. Thank you very, very much. Bye bye, Sean. Great to see everybody. Love y'all. I can't get out of here. It won't let me out.